Pow.
Hello, Poke Posse. I'm PokéThrillz Tyler, and welcome back to the PokéThrillz studio and the second, or really the first, real official podcast episode featuring me, PokéThrillz Tyler, and my new co-host, Airborne Jay. Now, this is going to be kind of fun. This is the first real official podcast episode. We did a kind of a trial run. Saw what we needed to do to change it and make things a little bit better for going in the future. And we officially signed on Jay to be the co-host of this.
I'm the co-host.
Of the, we're both co-hosts, but you're my co-host, and I'm your co-host.
You're the man, though.
I'm the man. Airborne Jay is officially part of the PokéThrillz channel, though, pretty much at this point. I pay him billions of dollars to do this because I make billions of dollars from YouTube, obviously. Like every video, I'm pocketing at least
bangers.
10.
Everyone's a banger.
Everyone's a banger, and I'm pocketing at least 10 mil from every video I upload. So no big deal to give Jay about half of that every time I get a paycheck from Google or YouTube,
Whatever.
But anyways, yeah. So Jay's officially going to be part of the channel for the podcast part, and then if YouTube ever actually goes anywhere, then we'll hopefully maybe we get to see more advantages of that and get to have Jay in here more of regular basis. But podcast wise, Jay will be in every single video as we're co-host now of the Thrillz podcast, which I'm very excited. I think this is going to be hopefully a fun new little thing to do on YouTube, and videos will be much better, but hopefully a fun little thing to add just to normal videos of opening packs and all the other goofy weird crap I do on
yeah, you got your fun
YouTube
card stuff, and then you can also once a month or 20, whatever we're gonna think, we'll figure it out. But
yeah,
more raw and get into the deep depths of conversations.
And thank you for saying the raw thing, because I am gonna leave podcast raw, and leave them real, because I feel like that's what a podcast is. If you edit a podcast too much, then it's just not really a podcast. It's just a regular another video. The podcast should be real, raw, and in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first podcast episode, we mostly just talked about our history of liking Pokemon. The second one, if you haven't seen from the kind of the thumbnail and the channel, is really, this one's going to be roughly about how I got started with YouTube and my YouTube career and how it's prospered into other business avenues and career avenues and everything. And but we'll have some off-bar conversations, I'm sure, and some goofiness. Just what a regular podcast is.
What are we in question? Because I didn't ask this beforehand. Raw. What are we on? We gonna keep it PG? Do you want to keep it
PG-13?
Okay.
All
right.
Just don't be pulling off your pants. We'll save that for after the podcast.
Okay.
And we don't need to be in my Pokemon. We can just go downstairs for that.
Yeah.
Privacy.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, yeah, and also I wanted to throw out there with the podcast going in future episodes too. We hope to eventually maybe have some guests chime in for like video guests and stuff. But otherwise, I wanted to get Jay on a contract. I had him sign a 10-year contract for the
10 years.
I held him down and made him sign it, and I locked that ass in
with my blood.
I took a needle and poked his tongue and made him sign it with his tongue. His tongue blood
contract.
But yeah, no. I couldn't have a podcast just by myself. That'd be lonely and boring. And so I got in Jay, who me and Jay have been best friends since second grade. So made life easy. 97,
right? Yeah, because I moved here in 95. Yeah.
And my only other person is my other best friend that from fourth grade, but Jay's beat him in second grade. So
beat him.
And you've seen Jay a lot, so it made sense to bring Jay in as a co-host.
Yeah. I've been there since day one.
Yeah. And
I think, I don't know if I was the first person you messaged, but I got an early message when he gave his first video.
First person I messaged?
Your new video, too.
Oh,
you never told me. You never told me you were doing it. You never said I'm going to start this. One day I got a text out of the blue. It was just...
So when I started YouTube?
Yeah, it was just literally, I don't know where I got this text with this video.
I mean, I don't know if you were the first, but
I don't either. But
I'm sure you were.
I like to think I was.
I mean, out of all my friends, like I've had a lot of friends into Pokemon, but you were the one that stuck with it the most, and also really liked Pokemon starting when I did. So, I mean, like I said, most of all my friends have all been into Pokemon, but you were one of the only friends that like consistently was into Pokemon, even when we weren't really collecting cards. Like you still liked Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I never forgot about it.
And we talked about in the first podcast episode that you were the one that actually got me back into start collecting again later. So you were like the one that was. You were the one that I think that introduced me to YouTube, Pokemon YouTube content creators that I didn't really know about because I wasn't. I watched YouTube. I didn't know that there was Pokemon content creators. I think you were the one that sent me the first link to a content creator, in which, so it was back in May of 2019, 2020.
It was either.
It was right before COVID hit,
So,
where we were all locked down.
2019, I think. Yeah.
Well, it started in 19, but we really didn't get locked down here in the States
until March of 2020.
Until 2020. And so I know I was in my old house then.
Yes, that is true. The older video is a different house. That's right.
I honestly made that first video on YouTube sitting on the floor in my bedroom. And I had you remember, but I had
cardboard.
The old like science fair project board that you would have in school back in the, and for old people, like nowadays kids don't even probably know what a poster board is. But it was a poster board, and all I did was went and got some. All right, I think I had one, but then I went and got some Pokemon posters from Walmart or something like that, and then glued them to this poster board, and that was my studio. That was my studio. That was my my background. You know what I mean? Now I got this beautiful thing, and that this has been in creation for over 4 years now, and
because of all the money he makes, he was able to get
all the billions of dollars I make every video. I was able to make this background. But no, that was my background. It was a mobile background because I didn't have a studio. I didn't have an extra room. That was one reason why.
Wherever he filmed, he'd take it with him.
Wherever I filmed, I took the cardboard background with me. My studio was mobile. We did a lot of videos starting out in my kitchen because if I wanted someone else, I had I guess I did have a tiny little room that was the size of a closet that I would put my board up in. But if I wanted someone else in the studio with me, I could barely fit in the room, the closet kind of thing. And so if I had to have anyone else in the video, which was a lot because Jay was a big influence for me to get started, you were a big influence to get started, not in the fact that you were a content creator or something like that, but more in the fact like you pushed me to keep making videos and really get going. But we had to do it in the kitchen because that was the only way. And we would put the cardboard background on the kitchen table, and then we put the camera right in front of us, and that was goofy. But anyways, what I was saying, my first video ever, the one I sent to Jay, was I took that cardboard thing and put it up on my bed and sat on the floor because we put our bed on the floor at the time because I like the bed low. I don't like it up high. I don't like sleeping up high. I like sleeping low for all the drive-bys.
Because
we live in an area where we have just daily drive-bys.
Yep.
But I literally sat on the floor and put a phone up and put it up and leaned it up against my TV and made that video with the cardboard just sitting on my bed. I think I took pillows and put behind the cardboard to hold it up.
Yeah. You just explain why you're doing this because you have no other outlet to talk about.
Yeah, and so I made that video. I mean, it's still on YouTube. You can still go check it out. But I made that video talking about how I was starting this YouTube channel because I had this weird still hobby thing, passion and I felt like I needed to. I mean, I could talk to you and some other friends, but Pokemon, but there really wasn't I wanted to share it. It's way more fun to open packs and share your polls with everyone else.
And then by yourself. And just man, look at my poll. Oh, there's no one here.
And sometimes, when I think of stuff I want to talk about in Pokemon, it's not always, I can pull up my camera and just start talking about what's fresh off my head. And if I think about it too much, by the time I talk to you or whoever, it's that conversation's gone now. But then I record it and I can share it with everyone all while I'm still passionate about it. And
we're in the moment.
But anyways, I sent you that very first video. and then you sent me dope, and you're like, I just remember you said like dope, bro. That's so cool. If you ever need a co-host or something like that, or if you ever want someone to do a video, I'm down. And I think I had you like in the third video.
It wasn't right away.
Like
I know that because you weren't filming every day yet. You were kind of just.
Yeah, like first week, I think I put out like 3 videos.
Yeah.
And then my brother was like, "Oh, bro, you're gonna need to pace yourself out a little bit because Pokemon packs even then were still not cheap, and I was opening up Elite Trainer boxes, and I went and spent tons of money to make content, but it was kind of like not boring. I wouldn't say boring, but I was still getting used to this YouTube. You know, I still have my kind of like YouTube, trying to figure out my YouTube voice. You know what I mean? Like no one is like how they are on camera exactly. Like everyone's a little bit happier and when they're making content creating, but like even if it's still real, but it's also like that's not how we really are in real life.
And what was your original name?
PokéThrillz Tyler. So that's how I started out, and then we went to PokéThrillz Tyler, and now I kind of switched it down to PokéThrillz, just because I wanted to make my name not so long. I still go by PokéThrillz Tyler. Y'all don't know.
For the YouTube channel.
But but on the channel's name, I just made it PokéThrillz that way in case if people can just type in PokéThrillz and find my channel and not have to maybe type in Tyler part to find my channel.
Right, yeah.
I wanted to be more universal. Anyway, so yeah, then Jay was like, "Hey, if you ever need someone in your video," and then I think that I had you, and then I think we scheduled it for like the next week to have you come in and make a video though, because I think you're either in the 3rd or 4th video.
Yes, in the first video we ever did, I brought my binder over.
Yeah, you brought your binder over, and we just showed your binder.
Not all of it, like just went through and picked out.
And then you left your binder there forever. And I had your binder forever.
I did
because even when we moved houses about a year after starting YouTube, and then that's what allowed me to get my own room for my own studio, and that's honestly my big reason why I'm moving, because I could have my own studio room. But yeah, and then I still had your binder over here for at least 2 more years. I want to say like. I was on YouTube for 3 years by the time you got your binder back.
Yeah.
I made sure to take out all your good ones before giving it back.
I made sure I got those good ones.
But yeah, that's kind of how it started. But yeah, if you go back and go to my videos, you can like sort them from oldest to
oldest to newest. Yeah.
I think you'll find Jay in the 3rd or 4th, maybe 5th video. But actually, I kind of want to find out now which one it was exactly. Like I want to find out what the first one was. Like episode number wise.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm just curious.
Because at that point you were still just opening packs. So I think we just opened packs. There were no pack battles. There were no.
Yeah. So, I think you sent me a Lean Heart video. Oh wow. It was way more.
Throwback, huh?
It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You were the 11th video.
Yeah, I said I knew I didn't do it right away, and I think that's because COVID. Everyone wasn't sure about it. Maybe. If I remember right.
I don't know because I know I started right before like the whole thing started. Because I started at the wrong time, like because so many channels popped up because of COVID.
Yeah.
And because people were stuck at home and bored. But I never had a break from work. So like for me it was a little.
No, you and I didn't get a break.
Yeah.
You and I were still working.
I still considered
essential.
So we never got a break. So but it was like I just know that I started it, and then COVID really hit, and then all these channels started popping up. I was like right before that whole, like even if it was just like a week or to a month of like right before that big boom of content creators coming up.
Yep.
Like I think I even really started Pokemon pack openings before like PokéRup did, who's now the biggest Pokemon YouTuber in the world. You know, I just suck at YouTube, so I never got famous. But yeah, technically you were the 12th video because YouTube made me create a trailer
Yeah, you have to create a trailer. Yeah.
And this was before even YouTube Shorts existed, so this was even under a minute, but it wasn't a short because YouTube Shorts wasn't even a thing yet. But yeah, it's over 4 years now on YouTube opening packs. Officially getting started. The channel's is 8 years old, 10 years old, but I've had the account forever, but never really started content creating.
No.
Yeah, episode 11.
Check it out. First appearance.
First appearance, Jay, and it's a boring ass video. I did not have my YouTube voice yet. You know what I mean? Like my videos, I go back and watch my videos starting out YouTube, and they're so cringe.
I haven't gone back and watched them.
Don't watch them, please.
Please.
They're so cringe. I mean, you all can go back and watch them if you're interested, but I'll
totally
fair warning.
Totally
they're cringe.
On your reaction one. Do a reaction to one of your old videos.
I know we need to do
you
that.
You can do that, but you don't even need the podcast for you to do that.
Yeah, I feel like I need you there if we're gonna watch, because I don't know if I can get myself to convince myself to do that. To be honest, if I'm gonna be honest and frank with you, I don't know if I can do that.
But it shows you how much you've grown since you did your first few month or first 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so we got to that one. That is what was your motivation? What kept you going after the first few months? Since you obviously, I mean, you can be honest, you weren't seeing the instant success, which is typical. You know, a lot of people that do this don't see instant success in a month. They're not like, oh yeah, unless they pay for all the advertising.
I actually saw a lot of really quick burst in success, but that was the thing is that I started right before the boom of everyone started making content, and I was still very new, and I did not pick up how to make videos well.
You had to pay for advertising, didn't you? Isn't that how a lot of the bigger ones
yeah,
they pay to get
they pay for advertising, and to get their videos advertised. I mean, that's how everyone gets kind of recognized, is by paying for advertisements, but for advertising. But even doing that, I still didn't grow like some other YouTube channels. I think my most viewed video is about 40,000 views.
Yeah.
Versus millions of views. A lot of people saw in PokéVault, doesn't even probably remember, but PokéVault is another bigger YouTuber, over 100,000 subscribers now. But literally, PokéVault commented on one of my earlier videos starting out, and that's how I kind of discovered PokéVault, because PokéVault started a little after I did. PokéVault was part of that COVID boom,
yeah.
And I was a little bit before PokéVault. If you go back and look at our videos, I've been posting videos a little bit longer than he has. I just remember PokéVault commenting on one of my videos, and then all of a sudden I see PokéVault now as this big famous person. But PokéVault could afford to send really expensive mystery boxes to PokéRev to have open
You and I went up there.
I mean, we've seen Rev some stuff, but nothing thousands of dollars worth. And when you have money, you can pay for these advertisement avenues a lot more than what I can afford. So here we are.
So what kept you going?
What kept me going is loneliness. No, but you know what I mean? People like you and my other friends and people that were supportive, you know what I mean? Even now I have some really cool subscribers that I've been friends with for a little bit, and they're the comments in the videos, the nice comments and everything keep me motivated. There's a lot of people that I talk to quite a bit that I have met through YouTube that I don't talk to anymore even. But that's cool. We all have lives, and especially when we're not in the same vicinity. Not everyone can be like my best friends I've known most of my life. And
yeah, they're not going to be where we live.
And to think that we're going to be friends with everyone that we meet on YouTube is ridiculous. But posting those videos, getting those nice comments, and then having people like you there to even be in the videos was really cool. And I remember that we even started the golfing for Pokemon cards together. I came up with the idea, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, because I love golf. Just keep combining two of my things.
Two of your things together. That's a good idea.
I love it.
I mean, I don't do golfing with Pokemon cards anymore because they just, for me and you and stuff, it was fun. But for on video, it was,
Which I don't get, people. He and I were great golfers. You should enjoy that.
And you gotta see some mad openings, bro.
Yeah.
But I kind of get why people would be bored of it. Like, not everyone's into golf, and then two, it's like watching us golf is probably fun for us, but like other people watching me and you golf is probably not that fun. It's why the golf is not the most popular sport on TV.
That's
you know
too
what I mean?
bad. It really is.
And we're not even Tiger Woods or like big professional golfers.
Yeah, I think if we were like PGA pros, we would have been shooting darts right at the hole.
Yeah, and then like, you know what I mean? And I don't have the editing skills to make this a golfing YouTube channel.
No, we don't have multiple people shoot, like one person at the green, one person, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then have like the golf ball tracker that goes up. So we don't have, I don't have that capability and brain power to figure that out. And so, and the fact that we're both just amateur golfers, it's like we're not playing Pebble Beach even. So
It'd be fun though.
But I understand why people probably didn't want to watch me and you open. Like people come to a Pokemon YouTube channel to watch Pokemon content, not golfing content. Even though it was fun.
It was fun.
I regress. So, anyways, you came in, I guess, on episode 11, not episode 4, 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah, and so you were just kind of rolling along.
And then you came in, and then we did a couple videos. I think we even did a couple videos that first day you came in, and I just edited them and stuff. But yeah, YouTubers, they record multiple videos sometimes in one day. It's weird. Shocker. And they even changed their shirts to trick you all. I think it was a different day, but it wasn't. Don't fall for it. Anyways.
Most YouTubers now just fully tell you that. Like, I shoot a lot of these in a day, so or weeks before, they'll say, yeah.
I remember I used to tell you to come over and bring a couple shirts to record and make different videos because I just thought like people would care if they knew that we made multiple videos in one day. No. You even wore some of my Buccaneers jerseys, I think. And
I brought my own. I have one. Remember, I have one.
You have one now, but I think.
Oh, I did have to wear. Yeah, I did
wear one every once in a while because you didn't bring a shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's like I realize that people don't really care if you record multiple videos in one day, and they know that.
So we're getting along. I don't know. Well, you can tell the story. I don't know when you started investing in like. Not invest. I don't know how to describe really get into the grading aspect of it. Was that early on, or were you still more focused on just pulling big polls?
Yeah, at first, like I knew about graded cards, but I never was interested in it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know what episode it was. The biggest pull on this channel ever was with you.
And the first one?
And you pulled it, yeah, which was the hyper rare Charizard from Burning Shadows, which is still on the YouTubes. That was actually at the old house with the cardboard.
Yeah, you can find it. It actually that might at the time been one of your most viewed of all the videos we've made. But it didn't get a ton, but for you, it was like, whoa, this is.
I think it has over 1,000 views. Yeah. I think, but at least. But I'm lucky now. I'm like, the problem is I didn't blow up right away, and I got all these subscribers. So a lot of these channels that I have subscribed to me are either probably like maybe old accounts that people don't even log into anymore or whatever. But I am happy to get 300 views on a video now, which is, I mean, it's not chump change. It's not bad.
No, you're not.
But every once in a while I get a couple thousand. Every once in a while we get a good video, and especially if it goes into advertising, then you get, of course, more views from YouTube. But yeah, that video was really, I think that video was a big motivation that when we got that poll finally, like, okay, we filmed it, it got on camera, it's on YouTube. This is a chase. Like the chase is a big motivator, and the fact that we pulled one of the hardest cards to pull ever, and it's still one of the hardest, if not the hardest card to pull.
And I pulled it.
Yeah, and Jay pulled it.
Like, he was there.
You can go and buy a base set sealed box from 1999, and I would say that you still have a really good chance of pulling a Charizard. If you can afford the box. But like, you can buy 10 booster boxes of Burning Shadows and not pull that Charizard. Like, it's still so slim. I was buying Elite trainer boxes, and they were for cheap at Target, and I was just buying as much as I could afford.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I bought 6 of them in one day. And me and Jay made that video. I'm like, all right, you choose a box, I'll choose a box. And we've already made a couple of videos before that trying to pull it, and we never did. And you just happened to choose an Elite trainer box.
Well, it's fun. I could be wrong. In that video, I think during the poll, you're like, you said like you're gonna get it. You're gonna pull it here. I feel it. I don't know if that was the video or not, but I just was flipping through.
I don't know if it was on camera, but I felt like we were gonna pull it.
And it was there, and then it was silence for like 10, 15 minutes.
After you revealed it, like it was just pure silence. And then I just still remember going, holy shit, you did it, you did it,
yeah.
you did it. And then you jump in, oh my god, I did it. I did it after like a good what feels like 2 minutes of silence, but really it's probably just a few seconds. But like,
fun fact, that was the first time he swore on his channel.
That was the first time I swore on the channel. At least left it in.
And left it in. Yes.
But yeah, no, that was nuts because I just remember going, holy shit, you did it.
That was big.
You did it.
That was huge because I never pulled since I got back doing any card like that. Never.
Yeah.
Because even though you were still doing it, I had once again kind of fallen out of it. But I was going through some stuff.
I mean, we all go through stuff.
And then I saw you saw a video, you said you're getting back into it. I said, I'll be a part of it because mental state might just help me get out of my funk I was in. So, and then, I was just excited. I've never pulled anything. I still haven't. That was probably the biggest pull I've ever done in my life. I have not pulled anything.
That's my biggest pull in my life. I didn't even pull it.
I haven't pulled anything bigger than that since. I've had good pulls with him on the channel, but I've never pulled something like that.
My biggest pull ever was me pulling the shiny Charizard from Shining Fates, but that Charizard's not even close to that Rainbow Rare. I know, and I can't even feel like I take credit. Even though
you almost pulled Blaine's Charizard. I remember that. You got so excited. Because it was like, oh my god, it's a...
Anyways, when you pulled that Charizard, like I knew about Pokemon grading, but I didn't really like know a lot about it. And then I ended up going and selling that Charizard because it was just worth so much money. And I think I sold it for like around $400. But then like even that's like a lot of money. And that's about what it's going for now, anyway. Still, but like, and then like, but I'm like, and then I discovered, if I went and got that graded, even though it was not in great condition actually, so I don't know. But I was like, man, if that graded really well, it would have been worth so much more.
Yeah.
And that's when I started like doing a lot more research and discovering how grading cards can be really help your value.
I learned from him about that. Yeah.
So it was unfortunate that I didn't learn that until after already selling the card, but that was the card that really like made me go and really look.
Yeah, because then you started when you had a chance, you'd order graded cards. You'd find one that was you wanted, like, it's graded, I want, or you'd order a single card to go get graded. You'd send it out to get graded.
Yeah, and like now I don't even want to have cards graded.
No, he does something special now, but we'll get to that.
But like anyway, so that's when I started looking into grading some of my cards I already had. Some that we pulled on the YouTube channel, and then I started my series on YouTube where it was, is it a
profit?
10?
Yeah, or whatever you did, where it's like your profit.
Well, there's the profit and pain.
There's one where you say, okay, I spent this much on the box. Let's see if I can make my money back from the cards I get.
Yeah, I did a couple of those, but I think the thing is I started Are They a 10? Because I wanted to see.
Yeah, you'd get them back and
and kind of show like the new value that they would have. And I started out with PSA, and then I graded. You can still. I have a playlist on my YouTube that's Are They a 10 or grading reveal episodes, and I started out with PSA, did that, and then PSA got really expensive because it was that was.
Didn't they take a while too to get the cards back?
Yeah, because this is when it started really getting into COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I first spent like $8 to $10 a card to get graded, and then all of a sudden it jumped to $50 a card, and you're gonna wait. And people were waiting like a year and a half to 2 years to get their cards back. I'm like, holy crap! Like,
not for me.
You can go back and watch some old PokéThrillz videos, and he talks about how he sent these cards over a year ago, And like it didn't matter how much money you spent or how popular you were not getting your cards back.
So it was PSA. What was the other one you were doing?
And then I went to CGC a couple times because they were still cheaper.
Yeah, CGC. Yeah.
And then I started talking to some friends around here, and they were talking about, and these people were grading forever, and they were using PSA, but then they switched to SGC, which is huge in the sports card world, but not popular in the Pokemon card world. And they were doing it for like $20 a card, which at the time was amazing because PSA was at least $50. CGC was like $50 a card, and then I started grading a lot through SGC, and probably one of my best grading reveals. I remember I was kind of asked to make videos about trying to promote SGC a little bit because they were trying to sell their Pokemon cards, and no one wanted to buy SGC cards because no one knew who SGC was in the Pokemon world.
Right.
And then these particular people that not going to use their names, but they asked me to make these videos to kind of promote Pokemon in the SGC world, which they sold all their cards now. This was a few years ago. That was weird. I was like a promoter for SGC without even SGC even know who I was.
I didn't even realize.
I got asked to make these promotional videos for SGC from people that had nothing to do with SGC, that the company themselves.
Yeah, you did.
Which is weird, but that was kind of cool. But yeah, then they eventually they're even bought out. They got bought out by PSA, which of course that's what happens in the world. Big companies buy out smaller companies. Yeah. The owner of SGC was the owner of PSA that didn't like things that were going on at PSA, and he broke off and started SGC, which is ironic.
Yeah, that is kind of ironic. Oh boy.
But then after that, that's when I heard someone literally just commented on a video saying, "Did you hear that there's a grading company opening up in the Tri-Cities?" I was like, "No." And then after a quick Google search, I found this company named TCGC that was here opening up doors, and I showed up at the door to put in an order of like 3 cards to test them with. Showed up at the door, they were closed, not there. And because I followed Google's hours like an idiot instead of actually just checking myself, and it says right on the door like appointments only. So I was like, oh, that was stupid.
You had to call or email?
I emailed them and like, oh, sorry, I'll be back in on Monday. I think I showed up on a Saturday because Google said they were open on a Saturday, which they were never open on a Saturday.
Google,
you silly goose. You just pay some of my paychecks. But yeah, and then so I did a little test run. I was pretty pleased with what I saw it after and started asking them, and then with TCGC, like, hey, what can I do to help you guys out and promote you guys I need content ideas, and what can I do for you guys? And then eventually it turned into starting out as a group submitter for them. And pretty much is that they give me a discount, and I use that discount to give other people discounts and make money off of it, even though I always just gave everyone my discount. I was like, I don't want money, I just want content.
Yeah, that's all you were looking for.
And then worked with TCGC for
2 years?
About 2 years. Promoting them. I mean, if you're a long time subscriber, you would know that.
You'll see the videos, yeah.
Did that for 2 years. And that's led me to here now, where I'm running after 2 years. It was time to hang up the cleats, as you would say, with TCGC. And now we're here at Precision Grade, kind of doing my own thing now.
He has his own grading card company now. Yeah.
No, grading card company, TCGC. My own grading card company, Precision Grade, graded by Precision.com.
Here's an example of his
card,
slabs and everything. Yeah.
Beautiful. Jay can show you Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner.
Hell yeah.
See, Sauce Gardner. Does all sorts of cards. Sports, Pokemon, Magic, anything.
Yeah.
He will do it. He's graded 3 of my sports cards. He's given me some graded ones. Does a really good job. But yeah, it was kind of cool. YouTube, within 4 years, led him to that.
Yeah, that's what we kind of. I mean, I feel like I was kind of boring myself a little bit with it, but I don't like talking about myself necessarily.
Oh, you're the host. Talk about yourself.
But I wanted to make this first video just talking about how I got started with YouTube, how Jay got into my channel, and then how YouTube has brought me over 4 years later now has brought me to the point where I pretty much have my own grading company, and
Kind of funny because you never thought, I wasn't even in your mind when you started.
Yeah.
No way, you weren't even thinking about, I'll grade cards one day. No.
Yeah, there's if I didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't have half the stuff I have.
Yeah, you wouldn't have found out about the grading card company coming here, and then you wouldn't have started working with them for a little bit. Yeah.
And then eventually open my own. Like, none of this behind me would be here today. Like, this wall of graded cards, thousands of dollars in cards would never be a possibility. So, without YouTube. Anyways, Jay would like to show you his nipples now.
Not really. I won't do that.
I mean, we don't got too much longer in this episode, but man, I feel like that was almost a little bit boring.
But it was for you. We're getting people, introducing people to the host.
That's true.
I'm just honest to God, we'll probably, if you get comments saying do an episode on this or talk about this.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing, actually.
Or like, what's your opinion on this happening in the Pokemon world? Yeah.
Good thing for you all is to give us topics of what you would want to see in the next podcast episodes in the future or whatever. Give us ideas of what you would like to hear us talk about.
And it doesn't have to be like it can be like, what do you think of this going on right now? Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like personal about us, but just anything going on in the Pokemon world or anime world, in a sense.
Not my strong point. Hit up. Anime is not my strongest.
Well, neither am I, but I'll talk about it and tell you how I don't know anything about it, unless it's Pokemon.
Give me sports and Pokemon.
Sports and Pokemon is
Pokemon in the Kanto region.
Pokemon, yeah.
After that, I'm a little. Yeah.
But I got your back otherwise. But Jay's the sports guy with Precision Grade 2.
Yeah, I do sports cards for Precision.
He's like, I'm the sports guy. And I'm like, okay.
He'll give me a card, and I'll be like, yep, that's sports. And I give it to him graded.
That guy definitely plays sports.
That's what I do. I'm in the video for the ad for it, and that's what I do.
Jay's the sports guy.
Yeah.
Ah, that is a sports card.
It is a sports card. That's all I do. And it's a hard job.
Oh, man. Well, I know we already talked about it in the first episode. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Gyarados.
And second favorite?
I don't remember what I said.
Pressure.
Pressure,
Magikarp or something.
No, it wasn't Magikarp.
Electabuzz?
No. I don't like that. That could be another episode. I don't like that non-evolved Pokemon got evolved forms in the later generations. I won't go down that road.
Yeah.
My second was, I think, didn't I say Dragonite?
Dragonite, yeah.
There we go.
That was it. I know I put you on the spot, but
no, I remember.
If I asked you, I'm not on camera, you'd be like,
Gyarados will always be number one.
Gyarados!
I'm pretty sure everyone knows what yours is, because I don't, you don't say it every video, but no. You don't say it every video, but it's pretty common in your videos.
I want to see if I had it in my notes still.
You have a picture of it as your background right now.
No. Huh?
You have a picture of it as your background on your phone right now, your favorite one.
Oh, yeah. That's because I started a new job. Otherwise, it was a naughty picture of Erica.
I was wondering why you switched it, and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I was going to see if I still had the lyrics I wrote for that Nickelback song I was going to do.
Did you ever? You did, didn't you?
I made it and recorded it, and I sent it off to Colby to master.
Yeah.
And, of course, Colby got it and then forgot about it.
Well, he's a busy guy.
How did it go?
It was off the Photograph song, right?
No, it was. Man.
I thought it was like. Was it?
No, it was. You remind me.
There we go.
Of what You remind me of what I really am.
Okay, yes.
But I changed. It was.
You don't have them on your notes anymore?
No, I don't have the lyrics anymore.
Do you have that video anywhere still?
I never made the video. I just
Or the audio, I mean?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Eventually, maybe I'll just run with what I had because my brother is like a music producer. If you don't know, and so he was gonna make it sound really good, but he's a busy man and he doesn't have time for me. He's making movies and being cool.
Producing more music that's a little more important.
Yeah, producing books, you know. But it was Mr. Mimey.
Yes.
This is how you Mr. Mime me of what I really am. This is how you Mr. Mime me. It's not like you to say Skarmory. I was waiting on a different. Wait. It's not like you to say Starmie. I was waiting on a different Skarmory. I've been burned. I've been poisoned. Been to the bottom of every potion.
Snippets. See, that was.
Anyways, that video hopefully will become something someday.
That was.
This is how you Mr. Mime.
You texted me you singing it too. You texted me the audio after it was done.
Yeah, I did. I see, like, now you're like, dude, that sounds really good. You sound just like Chad.
You sound just like
Chad Kroger.
Yeah.
But it's weird because when I record it, I don't. When I have to hear it myself, say back to me, not just me singing it. I'm like, that's rough. That's rough. And so Colby was supposed to make me sound more like Chad Kroger, and it just didn't happen. I don't sound like Chad. I don't sound like Chad Kroger, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Because take a look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
You could probably make one off of that. Once you get your vocals back without coughing every time.
I'll just like be the guy that remakes Nickelback songs
into Pokemon
to Pokemon lyrics. Take a look at this Bulbasaur. Every time I do, it makes me Vine Whip. Try giving it a hug. Use razor leaf on me.
It's rough, but we'll get there.
It's rough, but we'll get there.
Figure it out.
God. And then I'll just have you in the background, just like
feeling the music,
just feeling the music, and like Coachella.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to be part of. Coachella. Those people are weird.
Well, I digress.
That's again off topic. But we want comments.
Yeah, we need and want comments of what we should talk about. Otherwise, we're gonna come up with the ideas ourselves, and you all are gonna have to listen.
You just have to deal with it.
And I'm gonna force you to still watch the podcast. I know you're just thinking, well, I just turn it off if I don't want to watch it. No, you're gonna be forced to watch it.
It'll just stay open.
If you want a good podcast, but our next one's gonna be spicier, a little bit more entertaining.
Fancy.
But spicy. Oh, fuck me, spicy. Oh, Jesus. I might have to cut that out.
You think?
Shit.
What's doing the character?
The great part is probably no one's watching at this point if I don't cut it out. So no one's gonna even know. If you made it to this part of the video, let me know in the comments too if I leave it in.
You got so into it right there.
I got way too into it. I forgot the cameras were rolling. Anyways, do you think there's anything else we need to put in the video about my YouTube career and how we got to this point?
Oh God!
Of being part of Precision Grade and with wonderful investors.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God! I covered most of it. That's a good introduction to your life.
Daddy.
Did it again.
I know, because now I'm socially awkward, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be weird, because I literally started off this video by saying I'm not gonna cut shit out, and then I fucking do something like
and you
that.
did that.
I fucking do that.
I think you're good. Next video, we'll see what the comments say.
Please leave comments on what we should talk about,
Or how weird you think Tyler is.
or how weird you want me to get.
Fuck me.